Are you trying to write a book, but your dialogue is way too stilted and forced? Then listen up. Hi, my name is Marcelina. I'm a teen author, and let's get into my biggest tip for fixing your dialogue and making it sound more natural and realistic. One thing that I've noticed, and I've done this myself, is people try to treat dialogue like inner monologues or like their description. If you're writing fantasy, let's say, you're probably loading in lots of these eloquent, fancy words, especially if you're a younger writer, to make you sound more professional or like you know what you're talking about. And that's fine for description if you want to use these like pretty poetic purple prose words. However, when you're writing dialogue, the most important part is that it sounds like something people would actually say. So do exactly that. Pick one person in your personal life that most closely resembles this certain characters. For example, if you're writing a very like sarcastic, moody, like jokester type of friend, side character, and you have a friend like that in real life, really pay attention to them and how they speak. The goal is, this sounds really awkward, but as they speak, as you're just having a normal conversation, don't ask them about your book or anything. Just as you're talking to them, observe their speech patterns. Everyone has their kind of like signature catchphrases or words that they say all the time, and focus on what that person's is. For example, I tend to say like a lot and low key a lot. This one teacher I had always used to say at any rate. Instead of anyway, they would say at any rate. They were definitely more of your traditional, like, old English teacher. In contrast, I used to have this really shy friend who would say oopsie daisy all the time. So just kind of find those like signature catchphrases that you see from people around you and incorporate them in your character's dialogue. Don't be afraid to have this one character that stutters a lot, or that says like a lot, or that says Don't be afraid to break some punctuation rules. For example, sometimes when we speed up our words, and so instead of saying like I want to, you'll say I wanna. So don't be afraid to spell it like this and say wanna in your dialogue. Now obviously don't say that in your character's internal monologue, don't say that in the description or anywhere else, but in dialogue is the one place you can get away with it, and you do have a little bit of flexibility with grammar and English rules. Because as long as it sounds realistic and it's something that someone would actually say, especially if it's in line with that character and their background, their culture, where they were raised, it's perfectly acceptable, and it will make your readers feel more in touch with that character and make them feel like a real person.